Well, that was really good. I'm very impressed of your many talents, but that is one of them. Well, okay, everyone. I'm glad you're having such a good time. We're going to start. Good evening. I'm Michelle Laurie. I'm the president of the board for the United Way of Door County, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. I would like to start by introducing the rest of our board of directors, so please stand and wave when your name is called. So Vice President Caleb Nelson, Treasurer Darren Voigt, Secretary Paula Cummings, Past President Andy Anderson, Spencer Fever, Barb Grotman, Katie Harding, Jim Honig, Molly Kunst, Bill Mundy, Ann Smeckel, Denise Stillman, and Rosemary Stubbe. Let's give them a round of applause. Such a great group to work with. And now a really great group to work with as well. I'd love to introduce our staff that are with us this evening. Tanya Fisher, she's Director of Operations. Rebecca Paulson, Community Connector. Stephanie Short, our Whistler over here and Community Impact Coordinator for Health as well. Logan Fisher, who is our summer intern assisting the Public Health Department with the Community Health Assessment. And Amy Conley, our Executive Director. So let's give a round of applause for them as well. And a huge thank you to the Woodwalk Gallery for hosting us this evening and for time for the delicious food. We're especially grateful this evening to our sponsors, Associated Bank, Julie Dragseth, Residential Loan Officer, Door County Eye Associates, Door County Medical Center, ERA Star Realty, Heidi Neubauer, Friends of United Way, Hawkins Ash CPAs, NEW Radio, Shepherd of the Bay Lutheran Church. Let's show them a round of applause too. Thank you so much for sponsoring our event this evening. Just a few words. I am so proud to be a volunteer leader for the United Way of Door County. I'm amazed by the impact that our staff and our donors and our leaders have in the community. United Way is our community's connector for individuals and families that are working toward economic and social well-being. When there feels like there's nowhere to turn, there is United Way. Whether it's helping students succeed in school, connecting families to basic needs, or supporting mental health and wellness, United Way is there to make sure our friends, our neighbors, our coworkers, and our fellow Door County residents have the resources they need. In my work at the Door County Economic Development Corporation, I've seen how United Way changes lives, both for those already supported and for those that we've been able to connect to its programs. This happens because of all of us together, volunteers, donors, community partners, people who care about Door County and want to make a difference. All of us here tonight. That's the heart of United Way. When we live united, we make sure every person in Door County has the chance to thrive. So I invite you to join us in our campaign this year. Give, volunteer, and help us spread the word. Together, we can make our community stronger than ever. You're going to hear much more from others about what makes United Way of Door County so vital to our community tonight. So at this time, it is my pleasure to welcome our Executive Director, Amy Conley, to the mic. Amy.
Thank you, Michelle. As Michelle said, I'm Amy Conley. I'm the Executive Director of Your United Way here in Door County. I'm getting feedback. Were you getting feedback?
I don't know. You're okay.
Okay, it's just me then. All right. So we are gathered here tonight to, I'll hold it down here. We'll try that. Let's see if Jocelyn's back there.
Yeah, sure.
We're gathered here tonight to kick off our annual campaign. This is the 27th time that I'm doing this, kicking off our annual campaign. For me, that's actually really hard to believe. Some days I still think I'm 30. Other days I feel like I'm 80, but hard to believe. Some years we kicked off that campaign at a softball tournament, some years at our breakfast, some years at Day of Caring, and of course, events such as this. Andy's coming to fix me. Okay, that seems a little better. So some of you have been here with me for 27 years, and thank you for that. Others have been here with me for 2 years to 20 years. And some of you are here for the very first time. You are all so important, equally important, and I thank you for being here to support our work. So what is our work? What is United Way? Each of you in this room have your own idea of what United Way is, and guess what? You're each right, because to each of us, we're something different in our community. For the last several years at this event, we've highlighted our impact work. We've highlighted ALICE, Asset Limited, Income Constrained Employed. Tonight, I just want to go back to the basics as a reminder of what this annual campaign is for. The primary purpose of our annual campaign is to raise money that we're going to reinvest into the community in our nonprofit partners. Volunteers, many of who are in the room tonight, I am jinxed with microphones. Volunteers, many of you are in the room tonight who serve on that grant review committee. And they tell me every year, Amy, we are so overwhelmed with emotion when we read these applications, when we hear the interviews from these applicants. They really say, Amy, why can't everyone hear these stories? So tonight, we're going to do just that. We have narratives that have been submitted by our nonprofit partners demonstrating what your donor dollars are doing in the community to make a difference. These are true stories. These are challenges that happen right here in Door County. So tonight we're going to start with Michelle Laurie. Other board members, if you want to just come to the front that have your stories, so you're prepared to follow Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. So I'm sharing an impact story from Door County Medical Center Behavioral Health Program. You asked me about my time in therapy. Well, when we first met, I was homeless. I slept in my car and my only meal was the school lunch. And in therapy, you taught me that if I did one thing, only focus on one thing and accomplish that one thing, that could lead to more. So that's what I started to do. And I graduated from high school. I now have a good job and I have my room. And there's still so many things. But now that I don't have to take them all at once, I was a lot more stressed back then. But now I know how to handle things to help myself continue to move forward. This story is a testament to the power of accessible mental health care and the resilience of the human spirit. With the right support, even the smallest steps can lead to life-changing progress. So her journey from surviving to thriving is exactly why this work matters. United Way is the way we provide mental health resources.
Good evening. I'm Ann Schmakel, and today I'm sharing an impact story from Big Brothers, Big Sisters. In 2022, a young father in Door County faced a heartbreak no parent should have to bear. He lost his wife to breast cancer. He suddenly found himself raising their 2 children alone, including his bright and creative daughter. The family had moved to Door County in search of a safe community and strong schools. They had struggled with housing, moving several times before finally becoming Habitat for Humanity homeowners that same year. Their new house was meant to be a fresh start forever home. Tragically, the children's mother never got to live there. The father knew his daughter was navigating more than the typical ups and downs of growing up. Living in a rural area meant she was far from the peer network and female guidance she needed during those formative years. That's when he reached out to Big Brothers, Big Sisters. This young girl is a talented artist with a love for video games and a dream of becoming a digital illustrator one day. She's smart, excels in math, and lights up when she talks about her artwork. But writing has always been harder for her, tough to know where to start, and she sometimes loses motivation to turn things in on time. Her father knows she can achieve amazing things when she's focused, and he wanted her to have a mentor who could nurture her strengths while encouraging her to step outside her comfort zone. This year, she was matched with a big sister who is the perfect fit. Recognizing her artistic gift, the big sister arranged for her to receive free watercolor lessons from a renowned local artist. She also brings her own creative background as a published young adult author, and together they've begun exploring an exciting project, writing and illustrating a book as a team. Through this match, this young girl isn't just getting encouragement, but she's gaining new skills, new confidence, and a new perspective on what's possible for her future. What began as a search for guidance has grown into a relationship full of creativity, patience, and opportunity. Proof that the right mentor can change the trajectory of a young person's life. United is the way we mentor our community's youth.
Hi, I'm Denise Stillman. I'm sharing an impact story from the Washington Island Community Health Program. It's also known as YCHIP. I have to get that right throughout the part. This year, we'd like to share a story of an older couple in their early 90s, where both the husband and wife have been challenged with some memory loss. They've been going through their day-to-day, living with an improved quality of life as they utilize more and more of our services while living independently and aging in place. YCHIP has provided phone and in-office advocacy on multiple occasions as they and their family members began noticing changes and as they continue to transition through life. We connected them to durable medical equipment program for their evolving needs from our partner Neighbor to Neighbor, providing them the ability to move around their home safely. They also received support from Life Assist with a personal response system installed on their telephone. They qualify and participate in Hot Meals on Wheels program, where volunteers deliver hot meals 3 times a week, year-round. They also participate in our monthly outreach luncheons with health-related educational speakers. Twice a year, they're recipients of the Sturgeon Bay Mesa Meals and participate in foot care clinics. We're also able to support the wife during our caregiver support groups. These are held monthly. She reaches out when she feels like she needs some extra support. A family member has recently moved home to help ease the challenges and keep them as independent as possible and laughing every day. United Way is the way we support all of Door County, including Washington Island.
Hi, I'm Barb Grotman, and I am sharing an impact story from Doorway to Learning. And this is the story of a young woman who has her children at Doorway to Learning. As a working single mother of 3 children, ages 4 and younger, the cost of tuition, even with subsidies through Wisconsin Shares, felt like an overwhelming weight on my shoulders. Monthly tuition for all 3 children was $3,320, which is $120 more than my monthly income. With the help of Wisconsin Shares, my tuition copay was $750 each month. In other words, still over 23% of my income was going to childcare. I was questioning daily if it was even worth having employment, but I also knew that I didn't have any other income to rely on to provide for my family. I didn't have any family to ask for help during working hours, and I felt like I was in constant fight or flight mode. The staff at Doorway to Learning saw me struggling and suggested I complete a scholarship application. I was thankful for their push and even more thankful for the scholarships that all 3 of my children received. With the scholarship, my copay was 10% of my income. A a weight was lifted, and I became a happier person. Work felt less draining, and drop-offs at daycare went smoother for my children. I started engaging in their day-to-day learning activities, interacted with teachers more regularly, and realized how lucky my family was to have Doorway to Learning. Our family was able to afford the items we needed. I wasn't worrying half the night about making our car insurance payment on time or adding to my credit card debt. The funding United Way provides for scholarships is life-changing, and I cannot thank them enough for changing ours. United is the way we provide financial security and early learning.
I'm Jim Honig, and I'm sharing an impact story from the home repair program with Habitat for Humanity. This spring, Door County Habitat for Humanity had the opportunity to make a life-changing impact on one of our elderly neighbors. The couple in their 80s is living on a fixed income in a mobile home they purchased decades ago. Over the years, the home had fallen into disrepair, unsafe steps, missing railings, roofing leaks, siding damage that made life difficult and dangerous. Margaret reached out for help, and thanks to generous funding through the United Way and the hard work of our volunteers, we were able to complete a series of repairs. A new permanent wheelchair ramp was installed to replace crumbling steps. Railings were added both inside and outside to ensure safe movement, and the roof was replaced to protect against further water damage. Volunteers also replaced the drywall and repaired rodent-damaged siding. After the repairs were completed, the couple shared, "We feel like we can finally relax in our home again. It's safe, it's warm, and I'm so grateful to Door County Habitat for Humanity and the United Way of Door County who helped us." This story is just one of many showing how partnerships and community support are helping us make Door County a place where everyone has a safe and decent place to live. United is the way we provide a safe and stable home.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Stubbe, and I'm sharing an impact story from Help of Door County. When my ex first asked me on a date, I never imagined it would end the way it did. In the beginning, everything seemed perfect. He was sweet, loved the same things I did, and treated my sons like his own. But after my brother passed away, the red flags started showing and the emotional abuse slowly crept in. I felt stuck because my kids loved him and I wanted so badly to keep our family together. Over the years, the abuse escalated, verbal, emotional, and eventually to physical. I walked on eggshells daily, constantly blamed for everything, isolated from the world and terrified of what would happen next. I tried everything to make him happy, hoping he would finally be the man I thought he was. But the cycle of abuse never ended. The night he strangled me while my children were crying nearby was the night I realized I couldn't survive this any longer. Because of the people in my corner and Help of Door County, I have grown in ways I never thought I could. I never believed I could face my abuser in court. I never thought I could leave him for good, to be honest. I never pictured myself getting away from him, getting my own apartment, becoming stronger than I've ever been in my life, and being so unbelievably proud of myself for the first time in my life. I still live with anxiety, flinching when someone moves too fast and fighting through the trauma he left behind, but I no longer accept abuse from anyone. I'm finally learning to live again, to find my joy, and to dream about the future. The version of me that let people walk all over her died the night his hands were around my throat. I survived, and now I fight for myself, for my children, and for every other survivor still trapped in silence. United is the way to a future with community support.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Harding. I'm going to relate a story tonight from the Boys and Girls Club. Every afternoon, James used to step off the school bus and walk into club with low energy, high emotions, and an empty stomach. The hours after school intended for learning, connection, and fun felt more like a struggle. I get so hungry after school, it's hard to control my mad feelings and do my homework. Raise your hand if you've ever been hangry. James told us this is a simple statement that carried deep implications to his academic success and emotional well-being. James, like many of our club members, was arriving irritable and running on empty. Without a healthy snack to bridge the gap between lunch and dinner, his ability to concentrate on his homework, interact positively with peers, and engage in enrichment activities was interrupted. The result, frustration, isolation, and many lost opportunities for growth. Thanks to your generous support, that story has changed. Because of the food program funding from United Way, James now receives a nutritious, balanced snack as soon as he gets off that bus. On any given day, it might be yogurt and fruit, whole grain crackers with cheese, or a protein-packed wrap. These curated snacks not only satisfy that immediate hunger, but also provide the energy and nutrients needed for learning and giving him emotional balance. The difference has been remarkable. With his hunger addressed, James is more settled and focused. He is now able to complete his homework without feeling emotionally dysregulated or distracted. He is making brand new friends, and he shows a level of confidence and cooperation that once was very hard for him to muster. What before was chaotic, emotionally charged, a part of his day that now is a time for productivity, growth, and joy. Your funding made this possible. Research confirms that healthy snacks and after-school programs improve concentration, mood, and social development. James is a perfect example of that. It is a perfect example of what having a full belly truly means. Through your support, we were able to serve hundreds of healthy snacks this year, giving kids like James the foundation they need to get through every single day and thrive. Thank you for investing in the well-being of our youth. Your partnership is helping us build stronger minds, healthier bodies, and brighter futures, one snack at a time. United is the way. We provide nutrition and eliminate hunger.
Thank you to our board members for being those voices, for being the voices of our community. Some of those were tough stories. When I emailed them to them, I'm like, check your scripts, make sure you're okay with this. I'm like, but also please don't over practice, because we want you to be raw. We want that emotion to show through if you were reading that story for the first time. Tonight you learned about 7 different types of service given to our community members. 7 valuable services that save lives, make a difference, and most likely referred those 7 people to other partners in our community, because we know that one problem isn't just one problem. We know that there's many things, and that network of helping agencies that we have in Door County works so well together. In 2024, United Way Partners provided services over 11,800 times because of you. Your investment helped over 11,000 times. Each person who was helped, in turn, helped someone else in our community. Maybe it was through their job. Maybe they take care of you when you get your coffee in the morning. Maybe they're your auto mechanic. Through their volunteer work, through their children, through their parents, and the list goes on. Our community thrives because we are all connected. United is the way everyone can thrive. United is the way we find strength and that we share hope. United Way brings communities together to face their greatest challenges, whether they're helping families find stability, empowering young people, or responding to basic needs. Between now and the end of the year, you're going to see us, board members, staff, all over Door County, working with our business partners to raise the necessary dollars to help our community even more. Please watch your email, your social feeds, listen to the news stations for more information on these. Tonight, I didn't, but I kind of know them. I had a paper clip and thought that was too clumsy. We're almost there. Logan, can you hold that while I get organized? Thank you. I'm gonna ask him to sing a song. He's like, that was not in what she told me to do. All right. So those business partners, some of those events that we have coming up between now and the end of the year, I want to highlight a few of those. We're going to be at Wisconsin Cheese Masters again for celebrity cheesemongers. We're going to be at One Barrel Brewing for a celebrity bartending night. Pay to Play with Door County Media Group, the Fall Jeep Run with Bank of Luxembourg, and something new and exciting with Al Johnson's. So new, I don't even know the details yet. Michelle confirmed it, so we know we're doing something. And we know our business partners are going to be stepping up, but those are the ones that we know of right now. We know that these events will help us raise money and awareness to meet the needs. United is the way we work together. We also know that we need you. We need you to continue to support United Way. We need you to remember these narratives that you heard from our board members tonight in the first week of September. When you get that email or that letter asking you to give again, and to give more. Because yes, we're going to ask you to give more. Someone told me they increased last year, and that should hold them for a while. I told them no, that didn't happen. He's smiling, he knows. We need you to share tonight's message with a friend, with a colleague, so they can join you, so they can give, so they can make a difference. United is the way we ask everyone to support our community. Those 7 narratives are only a glimpse of what our volunteers review. If you've ever served on our grant review committee, could you raise your hand, please, so everyone can see? Thank you. Thank you very much. Typically, our volunteers review over 40 applications. They award funds to about 80% of them, and they always ask me for more money every year. The needs are great. The needs in our community continue to increase. The nonprofits in Door County can do more if they have the financial resources. United is the way we strengthen Door County, friends and neighbors. Today just happens to be World Humanitarian Day, which that's what social media told me. So if I'm wrong, don't hold it against me. But I think it's true. I saw it in enough places. For most of us, being a humanitarian means being a caring person. It's quiet, it's close to home, it's just what we do. It's the United Way. United Way is a network that is powered by people who believe in community care, and they believe that it's a responsibility, not a trend. That is our best chance, being a humanitarian, to solve big problems, starting with love and trust and some action at the local level. Over the last 20 years, I have witnessed this caring community and the power of this community. We rally for our friends and neighbors. I think about Chris Hecht, Sister Bay Liberty Grove Fire Chief. I know some of you know him. He was by me side by side through COVID. We did everything together. And then one day, he was the one needing the help. This community rallies. This community steps up. We come together. We create change. We create programs to meet those needs. We do what needs to be done. I am so proud to call Door County my home because of this, the power of our community. All right, you guys ready?
Bring it on.
For those of you in the back, Tim just said, bring it on. United is the Way. We raised $1.2 million with the 2025 campaign. Yes, $1.2 million. The board members, they're all here. They made this decision. They know that it's a challenge. They know what needs to be done to meet this need. And yes, it's a need. We're done with campaign goals. We are only focused on campaign needs. A need that we know we can meet when we all do our part. Before you leave tonight, I ask you to look at one of the cards on your table that says, United is the Way. You've been hearing that now over and over tonight. For each of us, that means something different. United is the way we do something. I want you to write something on that card. You don't have to put your name on it. I hope that you leave it on the table for us. Because as we create our social media messaging, our marketing messaging, our press releases, our news stories, we want to incorporate your messages into that story. So something that resonates with you, and as I said earlier, there's no right or wrong. Whatever your thing is that United Way does for you, what it means to you, that's your United is the Way. United is the way we create lasting change. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here. It truly is my privilege to serve you and to serve this community. We have desserts in the back. Thank you to the staff for time, to being here tonight, and I hope you all get to enjoy those desserts and have more beverages. Thank you very much.